Hi y'all, it's your girl Anna, and as you can see, we are back in Final Fantasy XVI, and it's time for us to continue where we left off. So, sadly, the last stream ended, because my internet went out. Right whenever I was fighting a new enemy for the first time. So, yeah, we're gonna pick up where that was. I was just out here in the fields, farming some AP. Which I believe I already spent. Yeah, I already spent the new AP. So let's go ahead and hop on the map and make our way where we need to be. Let's see, that is... Yeah, let's get to Martha's Rest. Hopefully we should be able to run straight into the thing that we were fighting yesterday. I'm assuming it is part of a system we haven't unlocked yet, so hopefully it'll still be there for us to find. How are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. I haven't been awake for too long, but so far it's been good. And as always, if you enjoyed the stream, please consider leaving a like, and if you want to be notified about future streams, please consider subscribing. I don't remember where I needed to go. I know I was running to where I needed to be from the Abbey. I believe means I'm in the wrong place. Take a touch real quick. Assuming I'm on the wrong side. I think other than the ladder, I needed to take the left. Let's go up this ladder here and make our way over to the left. Akami, how are you doing today? Sorry about the abrupt end of stream yesterday. It was not planned. Supposedly this merchant has something new. Gaia Blade, a sash, some chains. These are new. What are these? Increases stone skin tonic duration. I really should use my tonics more often.
There you go.
I kind of forget about that.
Out there, eh?
The watermelon. No, that's Gishwa Games.
What?
This up. Doing well. Doing good. Oh, don't worry. Doing good. Just finished having lunch. Icing. Guess I picked a good time to start streaming then.
Thank you, Founder. Thank you, Phoenix.
Okay. It looks like the monster that that killed my stream is still over there. I don't blame the monster. I blame my internet. But heads up, if you saw the end of the last stream, I died because I was trying to figure out what was happening with my stream, and I died to an avoidable attack. This is like killed me. So I believe if you don't get out of that ring, you die.
This one.
probably didn't need telegrate here. Probably also should have built on telegrate tightness. But also fine. Just that.
Get him.
Out of that.
This one. Over here. Go for it.
Oh, I didn't realize there was one there working. Torgal can steal things.
Let's try. Get him.
Okay, good time to get a stagger. He has it on me again. There. Oh no, oh no. Oh, we canceled it. Shit.
Over here. Get him.
There it is again. Oh, he's right there.
Over here. It's over.
It's over. I still don't know what that current thing is. We got a lot of gil for doing that.
You didn't see that coming.
You're kind of gross, you know that?
That must be the bridge.
There's a new drawbridge. This wasn't here before.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Yeah, I see what you said there coming. Of course that'd be the first thing that came to your mind. We should be able to spot him again. He was pretty big. unless they disappeared. It is quite possible they disappeared. Shinies, we have a thinger, don't worry about it. Yeah, either I missed him or he's despawned, like his body's despawned. It was pretty noticeable before. Yeah, might have despawned. All these enemies right here in the green. Really?
And they call themselves our country.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be.
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
Right. Let's go check in on that.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these black shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
I don't know what that currency is, but we're still getting more of it.
Those Poor souls died to give me a chance to save others. I won't let their sacrifice be in vain. What in the world is going on?
If you don't mind, Sid. I'd like to stay here with Martha. Just until she finds someone to guard the rest, that is.
Okay, we got one.
Martha's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else would be out cold after what she's been through.
Oh, that's our first plus sign side quest. Those are supposed to be important side quests.
Try not to move. Go everywhere.
Oi! You there! Don't just pass me by!
Is Rowan?
You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
I like these
It's true.
chocobos.
Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
This sounds like a noble cause.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
Y'all remember Ambrosia? Ambrosia was our chocobo back when we were kids. Probably we'll pull up in the lore here. Aw.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
That's a big boy.
Over here!
Nice try.
He hits hard.
Help me, boy. There's a good boy. You're safe now. White heart, I presume.
Is that a scar on the eye? That's ambrosia.
Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Yeah, hi.
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
I'm surprised Ambrosia wants to join us. Ooh. She has an eye patch like me.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
That's correct.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
We got here, displayed in Clive Chambers. Quack. I like that we have a quote from Ambrosia. That's really cute. After 18 long years, you've finally been reunited.
Ready, go?
Alright, we can finally move faster. Can I still jump? Oh, I can not only jump, but I can hover a bit. Now what happens if I go into battle?
Thanks, Gal.
She doesn't... Probably not the best fighter, but it works. Drink water, y'all.
Faster!
It's gonna make things go a lot faster, especially when I'm out farming resources. She doesn't turn on a dime. I'm sure I could rein in. Yeah, I can rein in for a quicker turn. Good stuff. To go through this water? No. Jill, where did you get a chocobo? You already drank too much water? Oh no. Have any more side quest here? Doesn't look like it, so I guess we can finally return to the hideaway. Let's see any more side quests on the map. Ah, L3 assume. That's the button I was looking for.
Where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
That's the whole reason we're here.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming.
Oh.
It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Figure we'd be going to Dominion first. But yeah, it makes sense. Probably not the best place to go with everyone itching for war over there. Alliant reports, Patrons Whisper, and the Hut Board.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
got a quest all the way down in the backyard. You go look at hers. You need to go to the wall of memories. So it looks like we got something at the reading table. So yeah, let's go to the backyard first, pick up that side quest.
You think it's alright to touch him?
I cannot ride my chocobo here. No.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Oh.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
Why not? I'm sure they'll be pleased.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
I was wondering if they would ever follow up on that quest line.
Did you come through the forge today?
Bird by any other name. In my insistence on writing you these silly letters would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I'm glad to hear your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at the Phoenix Gate, and here, so many years later, we find she spent her life doing the exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Okay, so it doesn't all go on the wall. I was curious how all this stuff was going to fit on the wall. I'm guessing you handed in the quest for the boatman. I did. The boat's name was the Argos. That was the big thing we learned from handing that in. And they've been using that boat for a really, really long time. And Argos was his father's name. Might have been his uncle's, I don't remember.
I hear there's trouble in this area.
I'll make sure to go speak to him before we leave.
That broom's as ragged as...
Fabian. Fabian.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
Them old apples were enough to curdle your gut. But these beauties are as sweet as you like.
I'll have to pay the boys down in the backyard a visit to tell them thanks.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you?
These aren't Martels, are they?
I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
This game sounds pretty British. Yeah, it does.
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe. Not that I'm.
This does right now. That's that currency I've been getting.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Oh, they're commendations. I'm assuming.
Come to claim your just desserts?
Completing side quests will earn you renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway Mast to view current renown level and accept any donations available. So it is like reputation. Okay. Your merry band of outlaws and its dashing deeds of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. You have gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry. Do I have to spend these? Or is it just
You earned this.
400 ability points? Thank you. Okay, it doesn't spend it. That's just how much we have, and that will unlock the next stage. Our order is one built on pride, but that does not mean we're too proud to give thanks where thanks is due. Oh, it's from the Blood Axes. Okay.
All yours.
I feel like this one was worth a lot more than this one. Talk of the tea house.
All done?
What else is new? Nectar has something for me. 5, there you are, Kupo. I've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Nectar?
The matter is this, Kupo.
The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupo. I knew all that already. And that's why I need your help, as I need not remind you, Kupo, I am the mightiest of all Mughals. No fiend of the forest or ghoul of the greenswood can't keep up with it. I need you to slay them all, Kupo.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Oh, thank you, Kupo. It's good to have found someone who understands me, Kupo. I'll stay here then and keep an eye out for all the bills that get posted on the board. So if there's anything you need to know, Kupo, I'm your Moogle. Why do you speak so fast? I can ask about Nectar's adventures. Let's take a look at the board. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted on the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. Okay, so we took out a scene. A trader coming by the way of Caravan sent me with a troop of cursebreakers. They warned warned them of a wicked winged harpy on the road ahead, his eyes wild and flickering, but the cursebreakers saw nothing on toward their own journey. The sound of cackling laughter from the trees ensured that they kept up a brisk pace. Okay, so some kind of harpy then. And Belphegor. Okay, so an Avis of striking size adjacent to Eastpool. I fought a lot of Avis in Eastpool. I didn't see a way to accept them, so do they just show up on my map then? Or do I need to take note of where they say these are? That's where our quest wants us to go. I can't teleport anywhere. I say teleport, I can't fast
Them
travel.
old apples were enough to curdle your guts. But these beauties are
Is
sweet.
there anything else I need to go see? Vivian might have some new information for me.
Ah, my favorite pupil. What is it that you wish to learn?
By speaking with Vivian at the Hideaway's map room, Clive can view the state of the realm and learn more about the current ongoings in Valisthea, revisit any of the Ninetales' past lessons, or take a deeper look at the relations of those individuals in Clive's orbit. Once more, all eyes are on the Dominion. The Grand Cast. A complete grid of important persons and their respective relationships.
One must understand one's place in the world.
There's so much here. With the blight pressing on Rosaria's borders and forcing ever more citizens of the duchy from their homes. Oh, this is old. Oh, it's a timeline. Okay. So you can do a quick timeline through everything that happened. That's pretty cool. That's really useful.
Of course.
How big is this web? This is me as a kid. Sir Wade, Sir Tyler. I bet fans are gonna eat this up. Do you know how many people are gonna be upset that they started working on this and it's just in the game already? I know people love building these kind of webs.
The state of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
Now let's make the long run all the way back down to the backyard.
What'd you need?
Don't think you
Sorry,
have
would it
anything
be?
to craft. Nope, doesn't look like it.
That it? Fine.
Hold on. Was there...
Clive? Not saying Fordian, do you?
No, there's nothing I can reply either. What level am I? Let's see. Level am I? 28. I'm level 28. This is my first playthrough. And I am apparently 49% into the story. Which is where I was yesterday. So the little bit I did didn't move me forward in percentage. But I haven't done much main story since we started streaming today. I finished off the mission I was working on yesterday. I finished off earlier because sadly my internet died. I was streaming yesterday.
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
I think you're thinking of the wrong thing, Tirta, or Tirta. I hope I'm saying that right. This is Final Fantasy XVI. This is a single player game. So you just buy it once. And it's on the PS5. If you're thinking about the MMO, that's Final Fantasy XIV. Which I do play 14. And we're currently... On my main, we're currently raiding in Savage. And I'm really far behind on I have an ult that's currently in Stormblend. I don't remember what level she is though. I haven't streamed anything on my Oceania data center playlist in a while. I'll probably do that soon. Probably once I finish 16. I'll have more time to work on that. But yeah, this is 16. And I understand the confusion, because every time I search for 16, it it always brings up 14. So I got some Martell apples, which are now displayed in my chambers. Okay, I believe that is everything here. Wall of Memories is just gonna have the apples. I want to go to the pier real quick and see if Obulus, I think that's his name, Obulus. I want to see if he has if he's gonna mention anything about the Argos. Because I accidentally turned in that side quest yesterday. And I wanted to do that on stream.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
Finish with that log, so...
Gonna talk to me, old friend? Oh, he's not gonna talk to me. That's unfortunate. Maybe this guy will.
Depending on who you ask, this lake was either formed when one of the fallen cities plummeted from the sky, or when a giant worm dug a lair for itself. My guilt is on the latter.
Well, that's the Argos. This is the Invincible. Which ship is moored at in Mordona? The one that my guardsman took down? So yeah, our next mission wants us to go to Hawk's Cry Cliff. Drink water, y'all. We're at the hour mark. This actually is an amazing time for me to step away for a short break. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take about 5 minutes so I can get up and stretch. And yeah, I'll see y'all shortly. I'll bring my phone with me so that way I can talk to y'all in chat if y'all want to ask anything. Yeah, and we're back. Drink water, y'all. Alright, I have a message in Discord. Okay. Also, I seen the When to Meet is up for ringed. Thank you for posting that economy. I will fill it out later. So let's go to Hawk Cry Cliff.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
What is it, Torgal?
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Alright, let's...
Alright.
Get all these enemies angry.
Over here!
I'm worried I'm gonna hit those chokebos with that. Hope not. Why not? There we go.
Get him! Down, Torgal!
Now I feel bad about fighting Chocobo in the wild. Like, I know that Chocobo will attack me if I go near it. Finding shinies. So I'd rather not. Oh, no shinies. Leave Bluebird alone. We can go down that way. Got some more Oh, I forgot I got a whole bunch of AP from doing that. Oh no, from the nail.
Get him!
I don't want to walk near the chocobo with this, because there we go. I don't want the flames to hit them. Should probably spend those ability points. 600 can probably improve Wicked Wheel. That'd be a good one. Or Thunderstorm. It's Thunderstorm I'm using, right? No, I'm using Pile Drive. Let's go ahead and improve Wicked Wheel.
There. To the south. That's where we're headed.
You can just make out the castle from here as well.
And yet it's a world away. This won't be easy.
There's a good boy.
Too slow.
Good.
Nice try.
Oh, he got me with the second hit.
Get him.
Here's something skittering about. That's what I heard, these Gloom Widows.
This one.
More students. That reminds me, I found an item that reduces the cooldown on that ability by like 12 seconds.
Get him.
Got another Dargan up here.
You're not alone.
Over here. Now, Torgal.
buddy.
Get him! Go for it!
Good, good. Jill drops a big axe. Big axe. Good stuff.
Too slow.
Good. Yeah, use a lot less potions now that I have on the drink. Oh. Assuming you're guarding a chest or something. Usually the Dargans are. Oh, there it is. Black blood. That's money. No, I could ride my Chocobo, but I feel that's more gonna be when I don't care about fighting everything around me. Oh, I just gotta fight.
Over here! Get him! Get him! Over here!
Good, good. What we got up in here? Sharp things. I haven't looked at selling my materials on a bit. Probably should look at that at some point. More spooters. We got a plant up here, so let's make plant
Over here!
You're going the wrong way.
Let's go.
I was going the wrong way. I was going towards the dead end, apparently. Actually, that makes me want to at least see what's down here. See a shiny on the bridge.
Straight home now.
Okay, so I can't go in there.
Kill! Go for it! Attack!
can't go in there. Oh, I should have aggroed this.
Over here! Now, Torgal!
Good girl. Run like the wind.
I like how Torgal and Jill will ride out or run ahead of me. Almost like they know where to go. I mean, Torgal usually knows the way to go.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours. For a price.
For a price. Increases limit break generation. Oh, it's that one. I think I could buy that from Karen.
Keep to the roads now.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard they were 1,000.
We're going hunting for outlaws. How do you like that, boy?
So everyone's all excited about going hunt for outlaws. I wonder who took a stand against the Empire. It was probably no one. Knowing Annabella, it was probably no one.
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Two more left to join the garrison this very morn.
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
It's an odd scar you got there, by the way. That's one of the things. I know the bears are scarring their face to get rid of the brands. But, like, it's pretty obvious, right?
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way.
Hey there, Elding.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
So, what you missed, Elding, we did some extra side quests. We had closure, if you remember. We helped that one lady getting soil so she could grow apples. Well, she managed to save a bunch of the saplings whenever Titan attacked the old hideaway. She did pass away though, but her tree finally grew fruit and it was delicious and we shared it with everyone. In another side quest, we heard about Whiteheart, a very brave chocobo that was protecting people from bandits. And it turned out it was Ambrosia, our old chocobo back when we were a kid. And look, she has an eye patch. Just like me.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Fallen? Here?
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystal's collapsed?
You should at least watch the quest with Ambrosia. No telepathing on screen. Assuming we continue on that thing. Oh, what's this? Like, hello there.
More of my mother's men.
Got some plants. Some bombs. Oh, that's an enemy. That. What are you? Apparently a chest. There's more soldiers up there. So it looks like soldiers. I like how it's not Soken Torgal. Torgal, yeah.
Over here.
Alright, gonna level up. Good stuff. And a chest. It's the other out. Yes. So that should give us enough points to upgrade. Oh, we're just shy of upgrading pile drive. Probably just hop off this cliff. Ah! I didn't realize there was time machine. Also, we just made a big circle. Where we were earlier. Except this gate wasn't open. There's blood on this bridge.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
What is it, Torgal?
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield reserve. This way. Kill! Over here! This one. All yours, Torgal. Over here! Over here! This one.
Grandpa. Ah, now we can afford our upbringing.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
What bears did we liberate here? Oh no, I see demolished buildings.
Find something, boy. Death.
Oh, found her.
Oh no.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh,
Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
There's so many people just dead and in the streets. All right. We need to push on.
We're approaching Warrick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Random person.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hatch, no. You didn't hear nothing.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
We won't survive another night.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed! Begone!
How am I to...
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
And there's lots of enemies just living here on the road.
Now, Torgal! This one. Go, Torgal! Get him!
Devil hat.
Go, Torgal! Sick him! Go, Torgal! Get him!
Try some more crabs on the road. Silken strand.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. We should start with the main gate and see where that gets us. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
We got a little boat here. Always try and use the boat. A lot of refugees.
Have mercy.
Voice-riddled dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
Oh, good enough for
Fuck off.
Hang it, chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your style.
Cut you down where you stand.
Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Why would it be abandoned, though?
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Oh, because we don't have to care about who they are. Ah, bandits.
Over here!
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
How do you live?
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
Oh. So all those bandits we just murdered. They're not really murdered. Okay, good.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And Since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready.
That guy's still wearing his old armor.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
With pleasure.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
He's got some magic dash.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
We'll show them that fire in our hearts is not so easily
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
Shields? Oh, no. In the flesh. Saw him once when I was your age. He had that same look in his eyes.
Do you have a quartermaster?
What is
Got
it you
anything good?
require?
Desert Rose. Not expensive. I wonder how important they are. Let's buy like 1,000 gil worth.
Will that be all? May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Oh look, we got some renown. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. I see. So Wade is a guest.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Look at me sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky I did.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
I'm looking forward to this.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Did they really talk down Torgal?
Forest area!
Forest area!
They talk down Torgal.
Your petty revolution ends here. On these
They don't know.
swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
To the Wyvern to fight their battles for them.
Get him!
New enemies are prepped. More dragons. It's gonna be worth a lot of
Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't.
Good job, Jill.
A
Dragoon.
noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Night of the Lasting Dark. Okay, Dragoon. You thought you were gonna double jump, didn't you? I want to go for the next action.
So wait! There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
We finish him. Over here! Let's go!
$180.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! My, Lord.
Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
A seal? Let me guess.
It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need,
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Did I explain that we're here to destroy the Mother Crystal?
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
That's some heavy footsteps.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
The good plates.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
What's wrong, Jill?
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Alright. Let's travel back to the hideaway. Here be monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Got a new missive. Got a new side quest.
One way or another.
Ooh, there's an important side quest somewhere here. Ah, up near the mess. Probably also have finally some. We can probably take something from the hunt board, maybe.
I didn't take you for a scholar, Ivan.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me.
Tunnel
But
worm?
you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
I wonder if it's gonna be those little poison plants we keep fighting over there. Doesn't look like there's anything new in the shops.
A sea voyage this time, is it? I can lend you an oilskin if you're looking to keep the salt off your back.
Typical nobles.
So let's see, how are we doing on time? We're at 2.5 hours. So now the question is, do we work on stuff like side quests and hunts, or do we go straight into
never hear about these guardians of the flame
every day.
Same way they
Not
never
enough
heard about
swords
us,
to
I
see
expect.
to them.
Well, they're very top tip. I'm definitely into doing these side quests before we move forward.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what you say?
Yeah, I'll find out what's bothering Blackthorn.
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Blacksmith, please. Should have enough for now to get something new here as well.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
Oh, it's 80. Oh, we're exactly at 85. Perfect.
All yours. I gave you that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Can we use the board? Okay, we could use the board, and I don't see a way to whatchamacallit? I don't see a proper way to mark them anywhere. But that makes me wonder. We see them in the journal. Here be monsters. That's our 2 side quests. Oh, look. Torgal's getting a lot stronger. That's good. We got here XP 15%, ability points 20%. I think you just have to remember the location. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Actually, I have to go look for the monsters. Increases lunge damage. Temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. That could be really good. You know, I read one article where someone was complaining that the gear in this game isn't RPG enough. And like, I know for like the armor and the weapons, it's essentially bigger numbers better, right? But I feel like there's a lot you can do with the accessories. Like, this one rewards you for being good at dodging. This one makes you want to use your lunge more. That's a very defensive item. Reducing cooldowns for different skills should really change your playstyle, because like you would want to build around those things, you know? Like, that was one of the things to say. It's like, you can't make Clive be a spellcaster. I'm like, but if you focus hard into, at least with the stuff I have, if you focus hard into Ramuh and then get accessories to improve Ramuh's abilities, yeah, you can very much be more of a caster. Pretty sure I have one in here. There was something in here. That's the aerial combo. Using flames, heat wing, healing potency. I might have seen it in a shop, but I remember seeing something that did bonus damage on your charge skills. But yeah, obviously if I wanted to play more of a spellcaster, going more into Ramuh would make a huge difference. Because Lightning Rod, that's more of a melee option, but look at Judgment Bolt. Like, just think about that. Having Judgment Bolt for single target, having Flames of Rebirth for AoE. You might want to run Aerial Blast, I'm not sure. But like, building around Thunderstorm, like if you get an item to reduce Thunderstorm's cooldown, and then something to improve Blind Justice, because Blind Justice is a really good ranged ability, and it slows down time for you as well. I don't know. I've not put much into Ramuh because I am definitely playing more of a melee style. Like, I like Pile Drive, and I occasionally make use of Blind Justice. Thunderstorm was really fun when I used it. It's just, I normally don't play from range, so I was catching myself getting hit by avoidable moves a lot by using this. I'm curious about Lightning Rod. I don't know if you can only drop it like directly in front of you. There's also a defensive tool, because you saw that. The enemy attacks it, and they get shocked. And if you improve it, increases the range of lightning when striking the ball. I'm assuming you can also drop it, and then shoot it with ranged attacks to have it do AoE damage. Bursts are emitted as soon as the ball is struck by Clive or an enemy. You can follow up with Lightning Rod with the Magic Burst to strike the ball immediately after executing Lightning Rod. Lightning emitted during an enemy striking the ball is more potent. Taunt could be used to lure enemies into attacking the ball. Pressing the execute button after placing the ball will cause the ball to move to Clive's new position. Like, this could be really good. Yeah. Exactly what you just said is what I just read about how you can move it to your position. So it might be worth trying out. I don't know what I would replace in my current kit though. Like, I like having Heat Wave. I like Will-O-Wisp because it essentially blocks hits for you. Wicked Wheel is really good for breaking stagger gauge. Same thing with Cyclone. Like, I'm building a... Essentially, if I look something on this list and it doesn't have 3 stagger, that's where I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to get rid of that. Will-O-Wisp is my really good defensive tool in building combo on staggered enemies. Heat Wave is really my only real good ranged attack, and it also counters. So I found a lot of use in Heat Wave. I can give you the locations for the 2 bounties, so you don't have to look at the board again. I mean, I can just make notes myself. But I'd be happy if you want to also hold on to these notes. So let's see. Martha's Rest. Upon the Marshes. Oh wait, we killed him. Angel of Death. So Karen Revent. Let's see. A trader coming by way of Corn Event met with a troop of curse breakers traveling in the opposite direction and warned them of a wicked. Okay. So Karen Revent, probably butchering that word. And the other one is the heal. It's more you looked up the closest fast travel. Well, I mean, these fast travel points should be close. So let's say East Pool. So if I open the map, so Cairn Event is here. Northreach, yeah. So I'm assuming the thing near Corn Event is somewhere, obviously near here, but probably heading towards the airing. I already forgot where they said they were heading from. Oh yeah, so we got one in here, and the other one should be near Martha's Rest. Or, I'm sorry, maybe between Martha's Rest and Eastpool. But you know what? I will take a short break because I think we're past the 2-hour mark. Yeah, we're 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm going to take a short break so I can stretch and such while I get some more drink. Drink water now. And when I come back, we'll work on the side quest and then the hunt. That way we can save story for the next stream. So yeah, I'll see y'all in a few minutes. And we're back. Drink water now. Alright. So let's go talk to the blacksmith.
Typical nobles.
I wonder what has him so down. He's probably missing an important material or something.
That monster's taking quite a liking to it.
He's not usually open about what's going on.
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil, shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Alright, Karen, where'd this cuirass go?
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was excited? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe? Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, It sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Okay, so the hunt I was looking at doing is apparently a griffin. Unless there's another hunt on the board.
Typical nobles.
Because the hunt I was looking at said it was a harpoon. Ask about griffin sightings. Did I hear you say you were hoping to hunt down a griffin, Kupo? Then I do have the billet for you, Kupo. An especially horrible one. The locals call Dosmere. Nope, it is a separate one. While passing along the trail from Lostwing to Caer Norvent, one of our order was met with a sudden blast of wind so strong it bent back the trunks of the old oaks, and heard a cry so terrible that he ran for his life. Questioning the locals revealed that this area was the nesting place of the elder griffin known as Dosmere, a beast much hated for its appetite, both for chocobo and for children. Okay. So we got a Sing and a Bing, both near Caer Norvent. And I feel like there should be something to let me accept things.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Right, so let's head. And they said from Lostwing. Northwing. It's the Holy Eye. That's the River King. So I guess it's this one. So we want to go to the old road.
Good day to you.
You can give more exact location. No, I enjoy the hunt. Assuming it shouldn't be too hard to find a giant griffin.
Where it is, the Black Shields took a hiding.
This is no time to ride.
Why'd you end up there?
Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Scooters, boy, you. More scooters. How would you have a dragon here? I will fight a dragon.
This one.
No shields here. Good. I'm assuming their chests don't respawn.
Come on. Run like the wind.
They also mentioned that the strength of its wings could knock down trees, so I assume it's somewhere near this forest. Track that. Dragon. Assuming it's going to be out this way. Where are you? There's our harpy. Aruna.
If that's what I think it is, this isn't gonna be easy.
And I'll save them and break them when it build up level 3. So it looks like it's gonna take 3 statues anyway.
Over here! This one. Get him!
That's a good bit of healing. Shouldn't even limit break to finish, so we'll just gives us a chance to build it out. There we go. Watched that back and got the chocobo. Nice. It was a good quest. I'm glad we got the chocobo. That was a lot of money. We got a clouded eye. Good stuff.
Rest well. I know I will.
Alright, so if we open up our map. Not that map. This map. So we need to go towards this gate. Now it is possible. Oh man. It is possible that the griffin is somewhere over here.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Once again, I'm assuming the griffin should be quite noticeable. Are y'all ready to yell sloppy since I'm fighting the griffin? Actually, I'm curious what you have to say.
Be safe. There's no coin to be had in this miserable land, even if they wanted to trade with us.
I know. It was hard for us Dalmex here in Sanbreque before the capital fell, but now we'd be stoned if we even approached Northreach.
Come on.
Dragonets. Antelope. More dragonets. I don't remember what's this thing. I believe there's an opening somewhere over here.
Straight home now.
Can I open this? No. Okay, was it here? It's the Royal Meadows. Let's take a look at the dragon earring, and then we'll come down this way and check here. They said Lost Wing. Let's try Lost Wing first.
Good day to you. Sid.
Trying to remember.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
What?
Caught my share with it, as did my grandfather before me.
Fishing, I see. I don't think I can go this way. I need to go up top. My mind is not in the gutter. Talking about fishing. hear spiders, but I don't see them. Oh, there they are. My gaze over there. Okay, we got flowers. Got a dragon. Sign of a griffin now.
All yours, Torgal.
This poor guy's level 13.
This one. Over here.
It's a dead end.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Still no sign of a griffin. Use the chronola. So maybe across the bridge. Our next spot would be to go up near the capital. The old capital, rather.
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Oh. That's good. There's our griffin. Dosmere. Level 28.
Weatherwork will have to wait. Torgal, sharp.
Yeah, I need to roll this right before that. Ow.
Over here.
Oh, the tornado hit me. Ow.
To me, boy. Too slow.
Oh, not expecting that.
Thanks, boy. Over here. Get him. All yours, Torgal. Nice try. Over here. This one. Second. Torgal, kill. Get him.
There we go. That's great. We should be able to finish it out. I don't think I'll have enough limit break with the whole team. Actually, it wasn't enough. I'm surprised. The noble died. And there we go. Notorious Mark slain. Got the Griffin. Scarletite. One of the hardest metals Node demands, Scarletite is highly sought after by those with the means to pay its exorbitant asking price. A price determined not by a charity, but rather due to the fact that a forge must employ no fewer than 5 healthy bears to produce flames hot enough to melt the ore, at which it takes time upon the deep scarlet hue from which it's if I'm going to be able to get a new weapon.
Is something there, boy?
Or a guy's alive.
Could that be our man?
For a master smith, he's not kitted out very well.
Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget.
Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She send you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you.
Surprised he didn't ask him to join us.
Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
Treated leather. I like how the feathers are still like moving in the wind. Alright. So let's see, look at the map. We need, I pressed the wrong button. We need to go. L3 is the zoom button. You go to Martha's Rest and speak with the butcher. And we have a hunt between Martha's Rest and East Pole, if I remember correctly. Actually, that hunt should have given us, and pay attention to how many ability points we got. Oh, we're at 728. Do we improve? We could make Blind Justice better. Because everything else we have is like, that we're using is at the point where it wants mastering. Yeah, let's make Blind Justice a little bit better.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
After everything she's done for us.
Perhaps I'd live longer if I bade this town farewell. But I've grown rather fond of the old place.
Alright, Butcher. Talk to me.
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up, hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer, when there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that. And even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 Reeds would be your best bet, if memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Memory serves. Alright, let's go to Thieves.
Stay sharp.
Go into that part of the swamp. Just take the ladder.
Causing any trouble,
Good girl.
How good she is at fighting these things. Great.
Faster.
Not the best. I mean, I guess you could stun to keep running past things.
Straight home now.
Turnips. Are they on this side of the bridge? Or do I need to go back to the other side of the swamp? There we go.
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
These guys are kind of tough.
Over here. All yours, Torgal.
Five unwanted violets. Unwanted.
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad.
Alright. So, we need to head towards Eastpool. And we want to go north. Still don't know what we're hunting, right? Or is this the dragon we're after? This is the dragon we're after. I doubt we'll see it in the swamp. Yeah, the dragon. So we want to head this way. Alright, I guess we'll fight the things. gonna piss off the Blossom Line. And I was correct.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's just flowers. Yep, this is the dragon I'm hunting, and I'll fight it. Get off the chocobo, please. The dragons are worth fighting because they give a lot of ability points. So I fight them every time I see one.
Faster!
I'll look for over here. Minotaur. I haven't seen these Minotaurs in a while.
Time to fight.
Don't really need to fight them now. So that area is still blocked. Now, I did fight a random dragon back here before.
Don't get surrounded.
Which, this is where our dragon's gonna do. I'll fight them. Get him! Yep, I was correct. A nasty looking dragon. Doesn't look like much of a dragon. It's like Green Goblin dragon. Wild one in this area. Yep. I shouldn't have tried that.
Get him!
Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Potion, please.
That's better. Guess we're all ready.
I wasted a high potion. Thanks, game. I wanted Torgal to kill.
This one.
Flame sucks. I'm gonna pause. I just heard a sound, and last time I heard this sound, my internet dropped. We good? I think we're good. Like, I know it. I got some kind of Windows notification, but that's literally on a separate screen I can't see. Are we good? Did it fix itself? My router's still showing a good color, but I don't know if the stream's broken or not. Y'all can still see the stream. Cool deal. Cool deal. Hopefully it wasn't anything important. Okay, let's get back to it. Really upset about waiting for my high positions then.
To me, boy. I'm hurt, Torgal. Get him. Too slow.
Hey, let's. I can't pop another turn scan. Oh, the flames. They hurt.
To me, boy. Nice try. Go for this one. All yours, Torgal. This one. Get him.
Close.
Nice try.
This should do it. Maybe. There we go. That was a lot of money. Maybe I should start equipping my item. That gives me extra gil when I do hunts. I'm currently using an XP and AP item. 2 dragon talents.
Hope there aren't any more of them.
Alright. Well, that is all of our hunts. And now we can go turn in our side quest.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
Tails of certain species of scorpion that are prized as a delicacy, the trace amounts of poison remaining in their flesh, lending them a certain piquancy. The common marsh scorpion, however, does not only lacks a stinger, but subsists on a diet of mudworms and bog moss, lending its flesh an altogether more troubling tang. Oh no.
I did indeed.
Marvellous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
You got a book? Read the book. Tasting.
I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss.
Uh-oh.
Odin's teeth. What the salt on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavours, but never have I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
Now I want to try it.
Welcome.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's Stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
You know, it would probably taste better if it wasn't swamp scorpions. Badge of metal +1. Ooh, that's a lot of defense.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster. He's Torgal. And he'd take a liking to you too if you gave him as many nuts as Nan does.
And with a bit of luck, Clive might even find the geezer.
Bloody busybodies, the both of you.
How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
A sample of supple hide, dressed to the artisan Camille's exacting standards, has nary a trace of the barnyard musk of lesser leathers, instead smelling faintly of rose hips.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a Cursebreaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted, I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
That was a good little side quest. We picked up a lot of renown. Last time we looked at the renown, we were like at what? 55, 85, something like that? Drake Slayer's Belt Design Draft. A diagram detailing the steps to craft a belt fit for a hero, necessary for crafting the Dragon Slayer's Belt. Ooh. You obtain the design draft of the Drake Slayer's Belt. Design drafts unlock new crafting options at the Black Hammer. Visit Blackthorn in the Hideaway for details. Okay.
Back, are ya? What's that for you, dear?
I need Electrum, which looks like it comes from a hut mob. With a cry that echoed through the sky, she thrust her sword down into the mighty Drake's nape. Life having escaped the Elder Worm, he went crashing into the sea, where his corpse lay, unmoving yet unsinking. Legend of the Drake. So I need Electrum.
Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff.
It is so much better than what I have. Where would I get Electrum?
And?
Monster's taken quite a liking to
Typical nobles.
You unlock more hunts as you do more MSQ. That makes sense.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Swelling Cure. Oh, we get a song.
You earned this.
Oh, I didn't read this note earlier when I got this Berserker ring. That's actually really funny. Used to be I'd step into a tavern only to find myself overwhelmed with requests to sing of Dion the Bold or the Curl and the Serving Girl, but now all anyone wants to hear of is Said the Outlaw. You have made me a very rich man, my friend. The Merry Mummer.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Yeah. Looks like we're down on the hunts. I'm gonna have to keep my eye out for some electrum then. Because that belt looked really strong. How we looking? How we looking? You know what? We're at the 4-hour mark, so this is perfect. Perfect time to end stream. Means I have time to figure out a little bit of food before I hop on Division later. So, yeah, this has been good. For the next stream, we're going to continue with the story. Probably going to name it Going for a Boat Ride or something. It's like I said, it's a little interesting trying to come up with titles that kind of say what we're doing for people that know, but are not spoilers for everyone else. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here. As always, if you enjoyed the stream, please consider leaving a like. If you want to be notified about future streams, please consider subscribing. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye bye, y'all.